And joining me now is Gilad Alper, the economic expert, also part of the advisory board to the Minister of Finance. Gilad, thanks so much for being with us. How did this happen? I mean, I know some of this deals with so much debt and expired patents, but really, how do you get to this point? I mean, it's such a dramatic layoff plan ahead.
Right. So, in a sense, Teva has done too well for itself. It had one big blockbuster drug, which was called Copaxone, which generated about half of its cash flow.
From one patent?
Yeah, one patent, one product, and that generated about half of its cash flow over the last 10 years or 20 years, and it's been a huge product for them. And they knew that at some stage, about 2016, 2017, they're going to lose the product or the patent. And they've tried to prepare themselves over the years by making large acquisitions to prepare for the day when the patent is expired and they need to replace it with some other products. As part of the preparation, they made one big acquisition about 2 years ago of Actavis, or it's called Allergan Generics, for a huge amount of money, took on a lot of debt, and that turned out to be a very bad deal.
So at this point, thousands of workers being laid off, but the board of directors stays the same. It's the production workers that are going to suffer, but the ones who made that acquisition, the high-level executives who made that mistake, really, they're staying the same. And now some Israeli ministers, high officials are saying we should reconsider tax breaks, tax benefits, because it's the people who are suffering, not the executives.
That's completely mistaken, I think. Firstly, some of the people that were responsible were fired. True, they were fired after having received a lot of money in salaries and options, but they have been fired. And secondly, I mean, the tax deductions or the tax benefits have nothing to do with it. Teva was basically getting tax benefits, which means that they paid less taxes to the state. It's not that the state or the taxpayer paid money to Teva. Teva simply paid less on their own earnings. If anything is wrong with Teva's tax benefits, it's not that Teva is getting tax benefits. What's wrong is that other companies aren't getting benefits as well. That's the main issue. In terms of the compensation for management, that's the way the world works. For example, right now there's some protest or frustration on the new CEO of Teva receiving a huge amount of payoff, even now, as he's firing people in Israel.
Is there a way around that? Are these layoffs just how it has to be, or is there another way to restructure without doing it?
No, there's absolutely no way to do it. The cost of Teva, first and foremost, is coming from its employees. The only way to reduce cost and for Teva to survive is to lay off a lot of people. It's sad, but that's how it is. The only other option is for Teva to go bust, and then everyone gets fired. I just want to make another comment on the CEO. We need to remember the CEO is a very experienced guy coming from Denmark, having been the CEO of Lundbeck, and coming to Israel and managing Teva, trying to save Teva. The only way to attract someone like that is to pay him a lot of money. There's no other way. The only other option is to get a subpar CEO and for Teva to go bust completely.
All right, Gilad, thanks so much for being with us again. Economist, part of the advisory board to the Minister of Finance. Thanks for breaking it down on this important story.